Hi everybody, today I am doing a standalone video for the From Manhattan to Stars Hollow TBR. These are books that I recommend to you if Phoebe is your favorite character. The first book is a graphic novel called A Cat from Our World and a Forgotten Witch by Hiro Katsuwaba. So this is a graphic novel that's about cats, and obviously I picked it because of the Smelly Cat song. And another graphic novel I read about cats last year is called Manfried the Man, which I found on a list of recommendations from the Chicago Public Library, which I will link in the description box below. I gave Manfried the Man 5 stars. And in this book so far, I am on page 91. I am probably going to finish this tomorrow. The next book I wanted to talk about is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. If you have not seen the Amazon Prime TV show about this book, I also highly recommend it. If you're looking for a nonfiction book about musicians, I also highly recommend From Here to the Great Unknown by Lisa Marie Presley and Riley Keough. Riley Keough plays Daisy Jones in the Daisy Jones and the Six TV show. This is about a fictitious band in the 1970s that is similar to Fleetwood Mac. So if you are a fan of Fleetwood Mac, I think you would really enjoy this book. So obviously Daisy Jones is similar to Phoebe, but Phoebe sings like more pop type songs, and this is about a rock and roll band in the 1970s. The discussion question from this book that I wanted to answer is question number as you read the lyrics to Aurora, are there any songs or passages that lead you to believe Daisy or Billy to be intimating things within their work that they wouldn't admit to each other or themselves? That they wouldn't admit to others or themselves. So let's flip to the lyrics of Aurora. I need to find those. I think the lyric that best describes the relationship between Billy and Daisy is, it doesn't matter how hard I try, can't earn some things no matter why. My heart knows we'd never make it. A hope like you could break it. Oh, I'm sorry, this isn't Aurora. This is A Hope Like You. I'm looking at the wrong lyrics. But I mean, I think that could define Daisy and Billy's relationship as well. The lyric in Aurora that I think defines Billy and Daisy's relationship is, when the wind is racing and the storm is chasing, whenever the preachers are pacing, here comes Aurora. And then when I was drowning, these 3 sheets and counting, the skies cleared and you appeared, and I said, here's my Aurora. So I think that this lyric right here is Billy directly talking to Daisy about her music, about her song lyrics and her writing and their relationship. I wanted to talk about my fan fiction that I sold at my art show for a second, because I did include song lyrics that I wrote in the fan fiction, and I am hoping to learn to play the ukulele this year in order to be able to perform the songs that I wrote in my fan fiction. I'm doing a little bit of research right now on what it would take to get accommodations if I wanted to take lessons. And then my friend Nathan is also helping me put the lyrics for my fan fiction to sheet music. The next book I wanted to talk about is Earthlings by Sayaka Murata. This is a book about a girl named Natsuki. This is a novel that's translated from the Japanese. Our main character is a young girl who feels like she's been dropped into her family from an alien planet. Her best friend is a plush toy hedgehog named Piat, and her only human friend is her cousin Yu. Natsuki and Yu spend their summers in the wild mountains of Nagano, dreaming of other worlds. When a terrible sequence of events threatens to part the children forever, they make a promise, survive no matter what. Now Natsuki, is grown, living a quiet life with her asexual husband, and dark shadows and societal pressure are pursuing her. Fleeing the suburbs for the mountains of her childhood, Natsuki prepares herself for a reunion with Yu. Will he still remember their promise, and will he help her keep it? Dreamlike and wonderful, Earthlings cements Murata's standing as a master chronicler of our own uncanny universe. This is my second book by this author after Convenience Store Woman. Her writing style is very unique, and I really enjoyed it. I think this book best describes Phoebe's character because it talks about, there's a trigger warning in this book for parental abuse. And while Phoebe was not abused, she was abandoned by her dad when she was a baby. And, there's trauma related to sexual assault in this book, and Phoebe deals with her own trauma because her dad abandoned her, and her mother committed suicide when she was 13. The specific reason why I selected this book for the TBR to describe Phoebe is because of the line that Chandler says at the end of the one with all the resolutions about Phoebe going back to her alien planet because he thinks that she's weird with the way she was trying to teach Joey to play the guitar. So for ratings, I can't rate this book because it's not done yet, but it will probably get 5 stars like Manfried the Man did. Daisy Jones and the Six is 4.5 stars. From Here to the Great Unknown is 5 stars because I really liked the background into Elvis's family life and his career as a singer and what led to his death, which was overdose. And then with this book, I gave it 3.5 to 4 stars, which is a similar rating. Well, actually, I gave Convenience Store Woman 3 stars. I like this book a little bit better because of the darker themes and also because of the darker themes and how they connect to Phoebe's character and also the asexual representation. This book was recommended to me by Gabby at Gabby Reads, by the way. The next book that I'm reading is Girl Interrupted by Susanna Kazin. I just got this book from the library on Saturday, and it was featured in my library haul and reading progress video from Saturday afternoon. Since Saturday, I have made relatively great progress with this book, and I should finish it this evening. I am currently on page 134. Chapters are not numbered. This is a memoir of a woman who had a mental breakdown when she was a teenager, and she went to a psychiatric hospital, and it's about her experiences with her being in a psych ward and her interacting and being friends with the other patients. Again, this deals with the reason why I selected this book for the TBR to describe Phoebe is because there is a dark fan theory about Friends that I have heard that says that the whole show of Friends is from Phoebe's point of view, looking inside from outside Central Park and seeing Rachel, Monica, Ross, Joey, and Chandler talking and having friendly conversation and wishing she was with them in all of the social situations that they go on to have, in events they go on to have throughout the series, because she is a schizophrenic and she has a lot of mental problems that make her have issues with her mental health. And this dark fan theory was mentioned in a video that I found from Miss Mojo about fan theories from Friends. And I don't particularly like this fan theory because it's a little bit too depressing for me. The fan theory from Friends I do like. It is in reference to the box art of season 4, which has Chandler, Ross, Joey, Phoebe, Rachel, and Monica in bed together. The only person that has their eyes opened, is Rachel, because the events of the show are Rachel's anxiety dream. Because, as you all know, basically, in the first episode, you see Rachel run into Central Park in her wedding dress, and it's all about her personal growth, and I love her trajectory throughout the show about how she grows as a person throughout the series, between her personal life and her relationships with her friends, and also her job and her career, because she starts by getting a job at Central Park, and then she works her way up into the fashion industry, where she eventually gets hired by Ralph Lauren for a job in Paris in season 10, which she abandons to be with Ross, which I really, as I have said before, I really hate that. So yes, this memoir is probably going to get 5 stars because it really gives you a nice, an interesting insight into what it's like to be in a psychiatric hospital and what day-to-day life is in that. And this movie came out in the mid-90s, and it starred Winona Ryder, who guest starred on Friends in one episode where she plays Rachel's college roommate who they accidentally drunk kissed or something. I hate that episode. And then Angelina Jolie, who dated Brad Pitt for many, many years. Their romance was what broke up Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt's relationship. And I don't like the relationship that I don't like the episode that he guest stars on in either. The Thanksgiving episode where they talk about the rumor that Ross and Will is Brad Pitt's character, who's a high school friend of Rachel and Monica and Ross, who comes to Thanksgiving dinner at Monica and Chandler's. And the only thing that saves that plot from being completely boring is Phoebe flirting with Will, because Brad Pitt was one of my celebrity crushes during the time that this episode aired. And he was also married to Jennifer Aniston. So the final book that you should check out, well, this is actually the second book in the Beartown trilogy, Us Against You by Friedrich Bachmann. The character in the series that is similar to Phoebe is named Maya, and I will read you an example of one of her song lyrics. That night, Maya writes a song she'll never perform. It is called Hear Me. Every man I know, every father and brother and son, always there, always these clenched hands. Where did you get that idea from? Always this violence, always round holes in a square block. The absurd idea you were sold that we want you to fight for us. If you want to do something for us, put a weapon down for me. Close the maw of hell for me. Be a friend to me. Try to be a good man for me. You boast about all you're going to do for me, so when are you going to stop ruining things for me? Do you want to know what you can do for me? Start by hearing me. So, obviously, there's a lot of abusive men in this book series, and that is the whole point of Maya's song here, because I guess there's a few abusive men that she knows, including her dad. So that's a really powerful song about standing up for yourself in a family that's abusive. And I really like Maya's character. I think she's my favorite character in this book, not just because she's a musician like Phoebe, but just because I have enjoyed seeing her growth from this book to the next book. And I just started The Winners this morning, and I'm on chapter 12. So I think this is easily going to be a 5-star series. So, another book that I forgot to bring over here was Sounds Like Love by Ashley Posten, which was her release from June. And as I have mentioned before in previous videos, Sounds Like Love is about a woman named Joni who is a musician, and she leaves her national tour to go back to North Carolina where her family lives, because the music venue that her family owns is going to be closing due to illness in the family. This book has really good dementia representation in it. Ashley Posten, much like Abby Jimenez and Hannah Bonham Young, does a really good job with incorporating the plot line of dementia and Alzheimer's into her romance book, and I really appreciate her for that, because as I have mentioned in several previous reading progress videos, both of my grandmothers passed away from Alzheimer's dementia in 2014 and 2021. So, have you read any of these books that describe Phoebe? Which one is your favorite? Do you have any other books that describe Phoebe's character that you would recommend to me? As a bonus, I am specifically, when it comes to Phoebe, looking for a book that would describe relationship between twins, because Phoebe is a twin. She has a twin sister named Ursula, who is a waitress at another restaurant in East Village. And she is also in Mad About You. That's how Lisa Kudrow got the job on Friends, because she was originally playing Ursula on Mad About You. And the directors of Friends saw that her play Ursula and thought she would make a great character to play Phoebe. So they ended up turning her into a twin sister for Ursula. And I'm also specifically looking for a book about surrogacy to go along with the plot line about how Phoebe is the surrogate for Frank Jr. and Alice. This can also work for Monica and Chandler too, as Monica and Chandler do surrogacy with Erica and adopt the twins from her. So, if you know any books related to twins or books related to surrogacy that I can add to the TBR, leave the titles in the description below. It's also fun. I saw this video on Instagram this weekend about what the Friends characters would be doing now in 2025. And the person who made the video was saying that Monica and Chandler would be writing a children's book about surrogacy and going on national tour to promote it. So I think that would be fun. I might actually write a fan fiction about that. Who knows? So thank you for tuning into this unscheduled video. And my next reading progress video for my general TBR will be out on the 20th. Have a great week.